Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Yooka-Laylee. I'm MCFPapa and this is part number 5. And we're on to this area of Ivory Towers. One thing I'd like to point out is I like this little conveyor belt which is turning the wood into books. It serves no purpose. There's no collectibles or anything from it. It's just a fun little detail they added to the world. So, level designer who added this little conveyor belt thing, I applaud your work. Anyway, over here, this is the path to World 2, if you can believe it. And here is the path to World 3. How about that? Ooh, and we're getting all sorts of new eyes, new enemies. We got these eye things who will possess little objects and then attack you with them. And then here is Rextro's proper arcade, and there's several sorts of other games, and you can see Kartos karting is here. So basically it's just that there's a bunch of games here, and the ones you collect, like you find in the worlds, once you unlock them, they'll show up here too. I don't know why you would ever want to play all the arcade games back to back like this, but it's there for an option. And there are some additional arcade games that don't show up in any of the worlds. So I don't know if they just specifically made more arcade games than worlds, or if maybe they were planning on having more worlds in the game but just ran out of funding, or decided to instead do the small amount of worlds. I don't know. But I will show off all those arcade games in a bonus video at the end of the series. Oh, sorry, capital B, I cut you off. Ah, my good pals, back for more of my fantastic offers? No, you're blocking the route to the next world. Well, I reckon you'll be needing one of my top shelf moves to get beyond this cavernous gap. And for helping me expand my sales to Tribal Stack Tropics, it's free of charge. Well, if it's going for nothing, this next move will allow our purple friend here to glide through the sky with a hold of X. Simply leap into the air with X, then press and hold X a second time to glide. That sounds useful. I hope you're up to the task, Laylee. I had a big breakfast. No sweat. These wings are stronger than they look. Super. Come and find me in the archive later. I have something off the books to offer you. Yeah, but now we can glide. Ooh, boy. And that's funny that if you kill like the commander, then they cower and tear the other guys. Alright, now here you're supposed to use these things to get across. You can get across, though, by yourself if you do a good enough thing. There's no real point to it. It's a shortcut, but it's not a shortcut that's really useful now, since you'll die a lot of times trying to get across it. But it's there, and you can exploit and go across it early. Ow. Alright, now here I think what you're meant to do is like time it, but you can literally go in the tube itself and then just stand and pick it up. Another consequence of being able to walk on pretty much anything. They really should have had like a transparent barrier or something there, so you would actually have to time your jumps. Weird. But again though, this area, and you guys get a move on, I have golf planned with another corporate henchman. Yeah, like, this area could have really benefited from some sort of quills along here on the path. Like I said, it's weird that they don't have any here in the hub world, besides just your little home area, and then that's it. Anyway, here's another shortcut door, but it's locked. And then more of the inept guys that can't be dealt with right now. And here's the entrance to the second world. We'll get there soon. I do really like the look of the grand tomes when they're shut. Like, they each have their own unique icon on them for the world and everything. But anyway, we need to climb up here. I don't know. Is there any... Oh yeah, you can see it. If you thought the challenges so far were tough, wait until you see my outlook for Q4 of the game. So you can see the pagey way up here and know that you need to get it. But if you don't think to look up, you probably aren't gonna have a very easy time seeing it. I guess you could see it from outside too, somewhat, but it is pretty well hidden. I don't know why the music is taking a moment to cut in. That was weird. That happened on the tube pagey too. Anyway, you'll need 3 of us pages to unlock this world. Do you want to unlock Glitterglaze Glacier? Yep. Don't forget, you can choose to expand this world once you've found 5 pages. Just stand on the Grand Tome switch when you're ready. Yeah, now, that's the thing. I hear the expanded version of Glitterglaze Glacier introduces a different perspective. Yeah, like, that's one thing I really don't like with the world expansion mechanic, is that, like, if you want, you can just expand right now and go straight into the giant world. But, like, I really don't like doing that, because then the worlds are just so massive, there's so much to do in them, you get really overwhelmed. So, personally, I think it should have been, you had to at least play the normal size world somewhat before you even unlock the ability to expand. Just my opinion, though. Now, I'd say Glitterglaze Glacier is, like, my least favorite world, but I wouldn't really ever call it bad or anything. Like, none of the worlds are bad or ugly to look at, which, like, can't really be said for some of the Banjo worlds, like Clanker's Cavern, Grunty Industries. They're, like, fairly industrial, fairly dull, very ugly worlds. Fun, but ugly. So, at least this game has that going for it. And a cute little exploit is if you get hit, then you can get up on this platform early. And now here in this world, like those basic enemies are like Yeti sort of creatures, I guess. But anyway, what you're supposed to do is go this way for the start, because that's one cool thing they do is in every world, the first part of it, you need to use the signature move you learned from Trowser in the hub world just before. So that way it ensures that, like, yeah, you know what you're doing with the maneuver. So that's cool. But I might as well go for the other section. Well, no. I guess not. I'll do it normal, which is you go visit Trowser and then go to that area. Oh look, more quills guiding you. And some here too. I do really love the aesthetics here, like the atmospheric sort of wintry music, and the skybox is just amazing here. There's Yooka-Laylee as constellations in the sky, and it's like early morning, I think. Might be evening too, but like part of it's like lit up with sunlight. Really nice to look at. And I love when you're on ice, the cute little squeaks that Yuka's feet make. Welcome, lovely to see you. How do you rate the new office? Poor, you don't even have a roof over your head. Ah yes, Trowser Co. apologizes for any inconvenience while we refurbish our premises. Before I showcase our latest stunning maneuvers, can I offer you a cup of tea, coffee, pirate movie disc? No thanks, Trowser. We're only interested in the moves today. Hold up, Yooka. What movies does he have? We get Slurp State. Absorb the powers of gobbled items. Yeah. Get Slurp State for now. This next move is banned in 3 different modern game genres. Is it the quality assurance move? Ha, funny. Of course not. Yeah, funny, but, I mean, this game could have used a bit more polish itself. Anyway, I've noticed my green friend's tongue isn't quite as spectacular as it should be. With this upgrade, your slurp will be seriously improved with the ability to absorb the properties of your food. That sounds cool, Trowser. What kind of properties can I absorb? Fire, sticky honey, other bits. Have a look on the internet. There's probably a list on there. Can't afford Lizard Leap yet. Leaving already? Come back soon. I've got an important call coming up. Trowser, I'd say, is a much better character than Bottles was in the Banjo games. Or even Jam Jars. Really. I mean, the pun with Trowser is just A+, 10 out of 10. Alright. Can't access this locked door yet. But I can get the quills for it. Which are meant as an indicator that, hey, there's this locked door here. And now over here, at this area with quills to guide you, is the blue ghost. There, got him. See how much better the blue ghost looks without the 64-bit tonic on it? Yeah. Alright. Oh, and I didn't point out these enemies. Ah. There's two different variants of them. One that fires homing missiles like those, and then others who just will fire like a cluster around them. Anyway, over here is our introduction to Kartos. He was in the last world, but only in the expanded version. Hello there, who might you be? Howdy, strangers, name's Kartos. Let me guess, the god of ore? I've no idea what y'all been blabbering about, miss. My job's to ride the rails of them grand tomes and bring back gold. Though I've not seen much treasure in a long time. Nobody cares for us minecart fellas no more. Sorry, what did you say? I wasn't paying attention. Nice to meet you, Kartos. We're searching for pages. Do you think we'll find any on your tracks? You'll find plenty when y'all inside me, boy. There's gold in them dar mining shafts. Say, how's about y'all critters be my partner on a ride? Yep. Go on then, it looks warmer in there anyway. Great, jump in the back and let's go. If it's the pages you're after, y'all gonna need to find 100 gems before you reach the finish line. You need to know the controls, critters? Nah. Ah, this ain't your first rodeo. Y'all jump inside and let's go for a ride. Now, this is something, like, I really don't agree with the people criticizing the game for. Like, I like the minecart levels. They aren't, like, 10 out of 10 great, and yeah, it does help that they added in, a little cooldown visual where, like, your wheels and your like mouth will glow red if you can't use the moves again. But they're fun. I like them. Plus, most of the game was done by Grant Kirkhope, but David Wise did the music for these. What the dickens was that, fellas? We didn't even make it to the end. Let's say we try again. Sure. Anyway, as I was about to say before I was rudely interrupted by accidentally falling down a pit, David Wise did the music for the minecart levels, and they're really good. All the minecart tracks are 10 out of 10 amazing. So, the only thing I would really change about them is I would have the cannonballs you fire follow the track. Because the way they work is you gotta shoot them only when you're going straight, otherwise they won't go properly, and instead will just go around someone. Huh, perfect 100. Yeehaw! Nice one, partners. Hooey! What a ride. Of course, riding the tracks was even more exciting back in the good old days. But I'll take what I can get. Y'all don't know how lucky you is with these checkpoints and speed bursts. You see, in my day... yeah, very interesting, Kartos, but we better run. Lots of stuff to do, and things to collect. Thank goodness that's over. I was about to die of boredom. No, they're fun. And, like... I think what they were going for, because it was a stretch goal to add the minecart levels in, I think what they were going for is kind of like a Donkey Kong Country-esque, but they really made these their own thing. Like, you know, they aren't just like copying the Donkey Kong Country minecart stages, and I think they're fun. I don't really like the Rextro, but I like Kartos. And get a load of this one plank of wood, like, jittering for some reason and not clipping right. Weird. Anyway, now we can be potentially racially insensitive in blackface by getting the cannonballs. And we gotta go for this. Oh, I need the spring, don't I? Yeah, I need the spring. Alright, can't go there yet. So, no blackface segment there for now. Anyway, I guess let's go for the most infamous part of the game. Might as well do it now. And what's the most infamous part? Right down here in Gloomy Gem Grotto. Though, I'd like to just take this moment to point out that something really cool is that with the quills, there's like pretty much no draw distance to them. Like, look, you can even see one's clear off in the far parts of the map. Which does really help with searching for the collectibles and that. Anyway, down in here is Gloomy Gem Grotto. And the deal with this one is you gotta get the glow bugs and then just go along these ramps and that sort of thing. Though people complained about how hard this was, and I mean, yeah, it was a fairly tough sort of thing, but it wasn't that difficult. Maybe too difficult for World 2, but still a good challenge. But they nerfed it in a patch to the point where, like, this used to, you need to roll along it, but now you can just walk along it, removing a ton of the challenge of it. Boy, ain't that fun. And now this one, though, is still, like, you can tell if they're glossy if you need to actually roll on them. But, I mean, I guess it's because not many people realize that, yeah, you can just stop and get your bearings right on the sloped, slippery surfaces. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Oh yeah, here are the cluster versions of those enemies. Okay, and this one, yeah, this is just a stand on and walk surface now. Really simple to deal with. Oh, and now we get introduced to these guys who are super tough and do a ton of damage. And it's really not even worth the time to try and defeat them, because they just take forever. And so you might as well just avoid them. Oh. Oops. Bad timing there, I guess. Alright, now, for the pirate treasure in this world, you gotta fly over to this section, and then there it is. Maybe you can see it from down on the ground. It is pretty well hidden. And once again, there's no real reward that's good for even getting it, so you really don't even need to bother, but you can if you want. I'm going for 100%, and that means getting the pirate treasure too. But like, see, now this is another section that you would have needed to roll before. Now you just walk on. Makes it so simple, removes most of the challenge. But anyway, that's the end of this. It was much harder in the earlier days, but they patched it and changed it. What the heck is this? Oh yeah, I can do this. Can't I? Yeah. Because there's one challenge in here that has you flying with the flight move, but this one's just the hover move. Oh man, it's so horrible going through rings. Oh man, wasn't that horrible? What a terrible challenge. Wow, because it used rings. Whoa, you found a stack load of us, Pages. Capital B will be furious. Don't forget, many of my friends are hiding in areas you can only find by expanding the Grand Tomes in Ivory Towers. Yes, I get it. They really want to beat it into your head that, hey, idiot, you can expand the tomes. But, oh, I already have the Hunter Tonic unlocked. Hunter Tonic is the most valuable tonic in the game. It makes a wolf whistle whenever valuable major collectibles are nearby. Not Pages, but every other collectible. And also when you're at the last 30 quills to find, it'll also whistle for those. Really handy. Anyway, this is my time to show off the world in the 64-bit tonic. It looks okay. You can really see the fog of war, like, draw distance they added in this. And you can also see, though, that the quills still don't have draw distance to them. You can still see them from a distance away. But anyway, I just want to go into Gloomy Gem Grotto Because if you thought that nerf wasn't bad enough and we're still struggling with the Gloomy Gem Grotto, well, if you have the 64-bit tonic equipped and go in here, there's no darkness at all. So that whole challenge aspect of the room, which wasn't nearly as much of a challenge as the needing to navigate the slopes, well, that's gone if you have the 64-bit tonic equipped, making it even easier to do and complete. Though with the 64-bit tonic equipped, you can't tell which surfaces are needing the roll and which surfaces you can walk on. Still is weird though, if you ask me. And by the way, fun fact, like, when you have the 64-bit tonic equipped, even, like, the major cutscenes in the game also have the low resolution, low quality. So I assume, like, none of the cutscenes are pre-rendered. They're all, like, just as is right away. But that's the 64-bit section of this game completed. Oh, section of this level anyway. I don't want to do it anymore on the level, so oh well. Like and subscribe if you want. I'll see you next time when we get Trowser's other move and do more here in the Glitterglaze Glacier. So see you then.